Bonnie, Marilyn, Dick, and Bob recording. Here comes the arrival of the star of our show, Robert Keith
I don't
Hain.
quite show up until a little later in this, though, I don't think.
This is 1969, and this is when Grandpa hired a swim coach to come and teach the kids to swim.
Red Cross, and be certified, Red Cross certified.
Right.
Was it like
he wanted them all to learn to swim, so she taught them privately.
All but Bob. He was not born yet.
Right. The point was probably to swim to the canoe. Now swim on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they get some kind of special certificate when it was all done?
I think they did.
And they all got it?
Mm-hmm.
Did Benny?
Yeah, he did really well.
He's a fish.
And the best was that Rick and Chris worked at it because they would get so cold. But look at them work. Look how hard they're working. There she is. She's the coach. And I can't remember what her name was. I wonder if any of the kids can remember. She's telling them what to do, and now they're doing whatever she says. There she's helping them. She was really good with them. She really, of course, she loved Ben because he was so cute and so little. Now go each one, do it, each one.
Marty, in my opinion, has the best form out of all of them.
She was so relaxed.
And there's Ben doing whatever that
was. But he went under and look at, he doesn't even wipe his eyes out when he comes up. That's Ben. Yay.
Yeah, Ben. I will never forget when one time I was with Ben and we were both little kids standing on the beach there, and he ran into the water and with the two hands grabbed a fish and held it up in the air and caught it with his bare hands. I couldn't believe it. There he goes again.
Not at all afraid. Here I go. I'm going to show off just like he is now. Whee! Oh, the water was so nice. They had so much fun together.
Where's Peppy? He should be there, although I could see him getting in the way of
the bathing suit, Ben. Now, what are those?
Those look like pike.
Yeah, they do.
And that looks like Grandpa.
Right.
It is.
He's pretty proud of them. Well, they're not bass, so they must be pike. Is that the same bunch, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
He's holding them up front of the garage door so they show up really well. Turn him around and look at him this way now. Looks like it must be fall because he's all dressed
warm.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time talking about those fish.
Now he's out by the garage cleaning the fish.
He said it doesn't hurt them. They actually like to have their scales.
Did he? Oh, now he's weighing them. Can you see how much the weight is there?
I don't know what point that would be. Oh, he does a close-up, though, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Although I still can't read it.
9 pounds.
9 pounds? Yep.
That's a bigger one. Wow, that's a whopper. It's not as big as Mother's, though.
Yep.
I remember how she would bake them.
Oh, they were so good. She'd put a slice of onion on them,
and
a slice of lemon, sometimes a slice of tomato.
Here's the moon landing on television.
Oh, really?
Yep, in July of '69, or I guess maybe 1970.
So I wonder who it is. Who is it?
Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. I'm not sure.
Well, welcome, Michiganders.
That's for you guys.
Out in Iowa. That's your house in Iowa.
Oh, that's our house in Iowa. We're welcoming all of you to our house in Iowa. And there's Peppy.
Look how cute Marty is. She's dressed so cute.
I love her style in these.
She used to pick out her own clothes.
That jacket Bobby ended up with. School. Bobby ended up with that jacket of Ben's.
You wait for your little brother.
What are they doing? Do you know?
I think first day of school.
Oh, okay, all right. She did not want to wait for Ben.
No.
That's
not the camper. So it looks like a trailer. Whose trailer? Who had a trailer?
So hoping you'd know.
There's cute little Bobby.
There's me with my hair slicked.
Oh, look at the hair and look at the mouth. Look at the expression. So cute.
That's why I didn't kill him.
Oh, green the grass is.
Where did you go,
Look
Bob?
at the little bell bottoms.
He's just oblivious. Now I'll look at the camera when I feel like it.
I did not. My hair was not like that usually.
Well, you were having your picture taken.
I would
I
guess
suppose.
Grandma Hain might have done that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that Dick or Grandpa?
Got to be Dad. My dad. Yeah, and is this when he has the mustache?
I don't think so.
There's my Samsonite luggage from graduation.
And that just is so passe now. You can't even give it away.
That luggage?
They don't even want it for rummage sales because
Really?
they can't get rid of it.
Because it's so heavy.
And it doesn't fit. It's awkward.
It doesn't have wheels on it or
Yeah,
anything.
and it
You
doesn't
can't-
fit under a seat
No.
or anything like that.
There's Peppy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
gonna be a little bit of
How
me
blonde
and
you
Peppy and
are.
I.
There's Marty. I still don't know whose car that
I like
is
her
back
hair
there.
that way. Like fake pigtails.
So was that frogs? I bet that was the little toads that you
Tadpoles.
guys caught.
Yeah. The camera goes into the bucket here.
It's tadpoles.
It's tadpoles?
I think
I thought it was
I think it's something else.
those little toads.
A little,
Catfish.
little catfish.
I think it's a catfish.
Baby catfish.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay.
I thought those were tadpoles.
I thought that too when I saw this at first.
Now, what car is that?
It's ours because that's me. I'm pretty sure with my
That's a
little
station wagon? Is
kerchief.
that your station wagon?
Must be.
And who's this?
Dad is taking a picture with a camera
That's
at
your
an
dad?
artistic angle.
And that's Bonnie and Dick?
Yep.
I've got a big ponytail.
Yeah, that is, yes.
I've got a big ponytail.
Oh, and look at how cute little Bobby is. Oh, that's Benny.
No, that's me.
Is that you?
That
They
is
look
me.
so much alike.
No, there's Ben in that one. And that's Bob in the back. And that's Marty with her back to us. And Chris on the left and Ricky on the right. Where was this?
We don't know.
We
Do you have
don't
any
know.
idea where that is?
My guess is that Yellowstone.
Well, why would it be in here now?
And that's all it is, just a short recording of it.
Maybe they had it in the camera and forgot it, or
This is one of those. Grandpa would edit this film
Yeah.
together in all different spots. That's why you get clips that jump back and forth in time. And
That's a pretty picture. It's too bad we don't know what it is. Now, there it looks like it could be Tequamanon
where is that?
up in the Upper
Michigan.
Peninsula,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not because
Yeah.
there's no narrow falls like that. Tequamanon is real wide.
All right.
autumn.
That's out here because there's the driftwood.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of
That's the dogwood.
wildlife or whatever you call this, nature footage like this.
That's right here at Duck Lake.
Fall colors.
And this looks a lot like a lot of the other pictures. Is that the scamper on the truck?
Yeah, that is the Grandpa's truck with a scamper flat on top of it.
I remember when they got it, Grandma said, "No, it's a scamper. It's not a camper.
Right,
it's a scamper."
and it's SKAMPER.
We still have that one.
Yeah, there it is.
Done.
I wonder what those are.
He said
Grosbeak.
grosbeak.
Or are these the
Tour,
same
I
ones that
think.
we saw before?
Might be.
Look at the split rail fence, how high it is.
Look at all the snow on it.
And that's out this kitchen window right
Yes. That's exactly what I said when we saw this before. I said, this is right out the kitchen
here.
window.
Got it.
Now what's going to come next?
We will see.
I
It's gonna
imagine
be
somebody-
winter time. I see me with the winter hat on.
Oh, there's cute little Bobby with his little Swedish sweater on.
It's a Norwegian sweater.
Norwegian sweater.
That
Look
Uni
at that. He put his own hat on.
Uni, I think, made the hat, and Benta made the sweater.
Oh, you got a black eye, Bob.
Yep.
What happened?
I was a clumsy kid. I probably tried to jump off my bunk bed was one of the stories that I remember doing,
And
and
then you fell down the basement steps one
that was
time.
when I was older.
This looks like Bay City.
It could be. Could very
That
well be
doesn't
Bay
look
City.
like our street, though.
So cute.
It's not Duck Lake.
I hardly remember being that kid.
You know, I don't think most people remember that age. The only things that you remember at that age are pictures that you see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's in Milwaukee, right?
Roosevelt, there's the mustache.
Yeah, that's the
No,
one.
that's,
There's Dad with his mustache.
That's at 53rd and
Put that in
So
the
where
archives.
are the other boys now? Why aren't they?
They will show up here in a second, if I'm correct. I think they'll.
That must have been a tree that was just recently cut down because it looks like it was fresh.
Yeah, all of our trees started dying when we moved in.
Look at that black and blue eye.
It was all my own.
yeah, there it is.
My own doing.
I said the people that own that house would like to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure they see this. There you go. The driveway.
So how
Garage.
old would Chris have been?
They look like they're in their 15 or something,
that's
and I'm
Rick.
probably 5.
Okay.
So this would be 1974
Oh,
or
there's the
something?
go-kart.
There was 4 on the door.
That's what they called that go-kart.
They called it what?
4 on the door.
4 on the door.
Because the go-kart was made out of an old door
With
Four
wheels.
wheels.
with 4 wheels on it.
It was on a long, narrow
Who named
door.
it? Who named it?
I did. It was a laundry cabinet door.
And there's the Schwinn. That Schwinn I got later on.
Whose was that there? Chris's?
Probably Chris's, if I had to guess.
He's in his little scooter.
Those
That might be-
little banana bikes were so cute.
That was the best I could do trying to match up against that go-kart.
It's funny, one of the pool kids, the youngest one in my hairdresser's family is now the hugest one. And he was a little kid following the big kids all the while we were there.
So this is 72, so I must be 3?
Like,
And they must be 12 or
that's that felt
13.
fishing
Okay.
hat.
isn't he cute?
Yeah. He knows it too. Look how cute he is. He's being nice to his little brother.
That when I was that age, they were pretty friendly to me.
You were beginning to be a pest, though.
Yeah, I'm sure I started to have my moments.
And this is whose car? And what is that Dick has?
Is that a Rambler?
What are you holding, Dad? Oh, no, who knows?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
We ended
Isn't
up
he
selling that
cute?
Rambler for $75.
How much older is Rick than you?
I want to say that I
9 and a
remember.
half.
Yeah,
Oh, how many?
I
9
want to
and a
say
half.
that I remember Rick being nicer to me at that time. Like Chris.
Oh, he probably was.
Yeah, Rick was my
Oh,
buddy.
this was probably the day we said, "Look at that little kid up on top of that car. Why doesn't somebody get him down?" And everybody just sat there and watched. It.
And then I got to do what I wanted. I
Here goes
wanted.
Marty, first day of school.
Look at those
The
bell
bell
bottoms.
bottoms.
Did you make those bigger for her?
No,
They came that way, huh?
yeah.
Bay City.
Those are so cool.
They were going out to the bus.
Bell bottom trousers.
Take coat of navy blue.
And here goes Ben. He doesn't really want to go, but he'll go. Okay. I don't know who took that picture.
Camera got upside down.
There we go.
That's your Bay City house before you had a swing in front.
Oh, yeah. I thought we always had that swing. That's when we had our birch clump out in front. House doesn't look that much different, though. Got a different screen door.
You moved in 72, you said? there?
72. And where in the world is this?
Not Bay. It's
That's
not.
Chuck and Marty, right?
Yeah,
Those
but
little-
where is it?
We figured it was one of those wildlife refuge
It's
places.
not Duck Lake, I don't think.
No.
Like Kellogg's or something has a place for birds to land or...
Well, let's see what else it shows. A
It might
trail.
be.
Oh, this was...
There's Peppy. You're a family. There's Zadora there too.
Yeah, she's doing something with a stick. Well, we must have been camping. We met them to camp. Marty's hitting the... killing... I think this is Goose Lake. I'm pretty sure this is Goose Lake. It's a state forest campground. And it ended up being so cold that we packed up and went to the Smoky Mountains. Mother and the kids and I were out in the canoe, and it snowed and it hailed, and it was just awful. And I think that was that weekend.
And you were in the scamper. Grandpa and Grandma were in the scamper.
Yeah, and we were in a tent.
I see.
And it got so cold. This may not have been the same weekend, but it was the same campground. There's our tent. We had 2 little tents. Goose Lake. I'm sure that's Goose Lake. It was in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And every place we would hike, there would be these high places, high ground. And Grandpa always told us that those were old railroad beds.
Oh, okay.
How long would your trips be when you went with them? Like a weekend? Just a weekend?
We'd just meet them.
Oh, they'd already... Oh, I see. Okay.
We'd meet them there.
Halfway or sort
Yep.
of.
Fall colors. This is the Superior National Forest canoe trip that Chuck and Gary Allstott and Dad and I took.
And while you were doing that, Mother came over and stayed in Bay City with me.
And there we are hauling stuff on a portage, probably.
So what did you do? Take the canoes first?
Yep. Then we had to carry the motors, Chuck carrying the motor, I guess. And
then you would go back and get the... Did you have to do more than one trip?
Oh, probably. Probably did a couple of trips. And there's Gary. He's got a load there.
Did you stay in tents?
Yep. We stayed in tents on an island.
Did you have 2 tents, or did you have...
Ely?
We had 2 tents, and we had an island because we thought we would feel a little more comfortable being away from the bears.
But the bears came on the island.
No, they never did come on the island.
So did you catch fish?
About 3 fish. And one day, I think Chuck and Gary went out fishing. Gary had a lure that was at least a foot long with all kinds of feathers and stuff on it. We kidded the heck out of him.
Is that Gary?
Yeah. Gary was a boss of mine.
Did he catch a giant fish with that? No.
He didn't even use it. It just was, it was a joke.
I see.
I bet that's Chuck coming back from the outhouse.
Could be.
Because there weren't any.
That's funny.
They were just boxes.
A tree.
Well, there looks like a good load of fish.
Gary
Bass?
and Chuck went fishing, and they caught. This is the fish they caught.
Those are bass.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then
That one on the right looks like a big one.
we cleaned them and ate them.
Ooh, wow.
And I think Dad and I stayed back at the campsite.
While Chuck fished on his own?
Gary.
Oh, Gary
No,
did.
Gary and Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
It was
there's
Chuck shaving.
We're getting ready to go back into civilization, I guess.
Oh, you want to see him with the beard, though.
Oh, dear.
That's funny. That's Gary?
Yep.
Just a friend?
Yeah, he's a friend and a boss of mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember that hat of yours.
I wonder where that is. Might be
These
around
are
there.
good pictures. They're so clear.
Yeah. This is my camera, I guess.
Well, Dad must be... There's Dad now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at his beard. Looks like he needs to shave.
That hat might still be around somewhere.
Is this the shoreline? I wonder if that's the same island that Chuck and the kids and I camped on. Do you remember what the name of the island was?
Did you canoe back in?
Yeah. Is this where you saw the guy with a stick in his eye?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was not a stick, it was a hook.
A hook?
Fish hook.
Getting
It
chills.
was in his eyeball. And it was right, we were going along like that, and over on one side, the guy waved us over.
Oh,
And
what a nightmare.
He said, I won't have you try to take this out, but there's a lighthouse down the way, and there'll be a telephone there, and you can call in, and they'll they'll come and
So that's what you did?
yeah.
And they came, a medic...
Well, we don't know if they came or
Oh,
not.
you left after you helped them
Yeah.
out. Okay.
This looks like it's really fast.
We're going down the river between two lakes, and there's a rapids here, and that was fun. Dad and Gary just went, or Dad and Chuck just went down that one. Here's the one we're going down now. Gary and I.
Were there many places where you had rapids like that?
Nope, about two. And on the way out, we had to go up, so we
So did you have to portage?
carry portage the canoe.
It also looks like you worked it out where you said, you go ahead, then stand there and film us as we come down.
Yeah, right.
That looks like fun.
Oh, it was. It was exciting. That's what we. Oh, that's Dad with Gary.
I remember doing some canoeing like that in Colorado.
Well, you had to portage over this one.
That's portage? That's what they call that?
Yeah.
Hauling the canoe over land to get it to the
Next spot?
spot. Yeah.
Did you have to do that very often?
No, we were disappointed because there weren't real long portages.
Isle Royale National Park. Is this the one where the four of us went?
Yep.
Oh my
you were
gosh.
wanting to get pregnant.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. We pretended that we were seasick on the way over. And on the way back, we really did get seasick.
But you wanted so bad to
I
have
did.
a baby. And I was pregnant for Rick, I think.
What's
and
that?
your mother took care of
That's the boat making a
wake?
wave,
Yeah,
a
that's
wake.
in the front of the bow of the boat. with the
Somebody getting
water
artsy.
flowing out.
Here's Bonnie.
I was pregnant for Rick, and Chris was staying at Duck Lake.
Oh, we had so much fun. See, we're
Uh-huh.
pretending
We're
we're
pretending we're
seasick, but
sick.
we're not really sick.
No.
But then later on the way back, we did get really sick.
You paid. It's called Crying Wolf.
Right,
You can tell how the boat's going up and down.
right.
The island where we were had new lean-tos.
We came in on the boat about there.
Mosky
and then
Basin.
We camped over here.
Look at that hat. You don't see Chuck in a cowboy hat like that much.
She always used to wear one camping
Huh.
because the water would run off of it. And we had, each one of us, Dick and Bonnie, had their own cabin and lean-to, and Chuck and I had our own. We took all of our food,
They were brand new. They were nice and clean.
and
smelled
the rangers came and cleaned the outhouses in the morning, so we had clean outhouses. And we saw Sputnik.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the first satellite
Huh. In the night sky?
in the night sky. We stayed up and sat out and watched.
What you
for
eating
it.
there?
Looks like eggs and scrambled eggs and
I see
potatoes.
satellites every once in a while out there.
Well, Dick
I'm
said,
sitting in the
look
hot
up there at 2 o'clock or 2:10 or something like that. We have to stay up. And Dick said, look right up there. And we looked right up there, and there was Sputnik going over.
And what did it look like?
Just a light.
That moving?
Like a moving
Just a moving
star.
light.
Huh.
We picked
Only
berries.
it was going like
Really slow, but
across the sky.
fast enough that you knew it wasn't a
And
star.
here we are picking blueberries.
And then making blueberry muffins.
And we picked so many blueberries, we could hardly pick them fast enough because there were so many.
Huh.
And they were just yummy.
Kind of amazing. Can you still go do that?
And this is
Blueberry
dinner
muffins?
cooking. Those are the blueberry muffins.
They rigged up an oven.
Here's our
And
meal.
here's-
Oh,
supper.
that looks delicious. It looks like a steak or something, and a roll and potatoes, and oh my gosh, that looks great.
And they're getting our dishwater.
This is neat footage.
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah, we had a good
Tell me
time.
again where this lake is.
It's Lake Superior.
Oh, it's Lake Superior. Okay.
In
It's
Lake
Isle
Superior.
Royale.
Isle
It's
Got
a
it.
national park.
Got it.
And
Okay.
it's Michigan.
And after we came back, Grandpa and Grandma decided they wanted to go there, and so they went there in the fall, and they had just terrible weather. They had to be rescued because from an island.
Oh,
because
really?
They couldn't get off of it.
I think they went again and it had bad weather too.
And they probably wanted to go because they saw this film.
Because they knew we had such a good time. And they had always wanted to go, and
Forget-me-nots are those, maybe?
I have no idea.
Seemed like we
looks
picked other berries besides blueberries. Maybe red raspberries.
There's our Adirondack shelters over there. And one day the Department of Natural Resources came, and the guy got out, and there was an Indian squaw down in the boat. Do you remember that?
Uh-uh.
They came to take wolf prints with plaster. They wanted to get prints of the wolves because there were
And
so
what
many
did the
wolves on
squaw
there.
have to do with that?
Well, that's what I was just going to tell you. Chuck said to her when she stuck her head out, he said, "May I take your picture?" And she was totally insulted, completely. And I can't remember the story. I wish he was here to tell the story because he remembered it because he felt so bad that he had done that.
Huh.
And she was his wife. She was the ranger's wife.
Oh, I see.
That was my squaw there.
Right. That was when you had that funny hat, that straw hat that came to a point, and I just loved it, and so you gave it to me.
How young he looks.
The moss from the tree. There, I have it on. See that hat? You gave me that. Drinking water right out of the lake.
Once you were young and now you are old.
Oh, a butterfly. That looks like winter. What's the white?
Limestone, probably.
Oh, this is we staged a
You must
Sadie
have-
Hawkins or something.
You were chasing.
He was chasing me,
Whoa,
And he
what's
caught
he
you.
doing now?
smooching on me. I think
Those are
There goes-
ducks.
Emmer ducks.
There's a whole bunch of them.
They looked like they were running on top of the water.
They were loons or something.
I don't know what they were.
Something that has a different name.
Huh.
Mergansers.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
that's
desirable,
maybe
are
it.
they?
Yeah. They're not,
I always pronounced it Mergansers.
did you?
I've not heard it said Mergansers before.
That's our big boat. We had all of our gear in that boat
I think this is where we get
for the
out
four of us.
and go to the lighthouse.
And it said, keep out. And we went in and climbed up the stairs and everything.
Did you get in trouble?
No, there was nobody around, but it was dumb because it was dangerous.
Yeah, I had one fall step.
Isn't that beautiful?
Looks like it looks like it's going to be. I mean, it looks like the end of the world. Looks
Right.
like
It
it
looks
falls off
calm.
the
The
waterfall.
lighthouse.
Looks calm there.
And the boat we had like a 3-horse motor or a 5 at the most. And so that thing, you'd get that thing running and finally the boat would start moving.
We took a big boat out there, and then we rented a little
we
boat.
probably only used 2 gallons of gas.
And
the
we
whole
had
time.
so much stuff in it.
We went in that
No, wait. What's
destroyed
this?
building. It
That's
said,
the
"Keep
lighthouse."
out." It said, keep out.
Okay.
They used
It's
to
an,
have,
Oh, I
it's
see.
an abandoned lighthouse.
There's a house at the base of the
Yes.
lighthouse, and the house and the lighthouse are both abandoned,
Right.
they always used to put a house by the lighthouse.
so that the person who ran it lived
Yes.
there.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember whether this was on our way back to the ferry or if this was just a day trip that we took out from the cabin. I don't think I've ever seen these pictures before.
Wouldn't surprise me if this gets
So
shot
this must have
and
been your camera, Dick.
developed
Yeah.
and put away,
Yeah,
and you
it
never
would've
look at it again.
I can see the lens was a little dirty on it. Well,
This must be
there's-
back at the...
No, that could be at the where we took our rowboats, or it could be back in wherever that was we started from.
Rock Harbor Lodge.
Yeah.
That was kind of a fancy place, as
Yeah.
I recall.
Now we're back on the ferry. Because look at the wake.
Oh yeah.
Leaving.
This is
And in those days, not many people went there. Now I think people go there quite often.
I wore that hat so I didn't have to think about my hair.
You can see how rough it is. The boat goes up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the people inside were really sick. We kind of spent a lot of time running around and sitting outside pretending we were sick.
I got sick on the way back. I thought Bonnie and I both got sick
I
on
don't
the way back.
remember really.
And I think this is you're going to get footage of the sun setting here.
Yes,
Of our trip, and one date was that. There we are.
This must be
next
at one of the
day,
parks
Bob.
on the way back home.
That's probably the park, and well, I don't know which way we went home.
And here you go. This is the end, folks.
Look how that's framed. That's taken through a window.